Hello, everyone. This game is so old. This is like a 23-year-old game. Or at least 20 years. Let's just make sure I'm live right now. Can I see it on my... Hopefully this is working. Oh, there I am. Okay, great. Looks like everything's working. If I can just get past this monitor calibration. Okay, you're done. So yeah, this game came out in like 1999 or something like that. I remember playing it in high school and it scared the shit out of me. So I figured I'd go back and see. I was randomly thinking about it. Yeah, this fucking music. This is creepy as fuck. Those are moving a little too fast. I don't know if it's supposed to do that, but yeah, 2000. I wonder if their patent is still pending. Who knows? But I went through the tutorial already. It's one of those like unskippable tutorials. Yeah. So we're gonna just dive right into the story. And there's the house from Blair Witch. If anybody remembers that movie. That was a big deal. I thought it because everybody thought it was real. I wonder if that's just me watching. Close my... Okay. Come on, walk. I don't think it saved my controller bindings. Which is super annoying. Because this old ass menu, I'm amazed this game even works. I wonder if my gamepad will work. Customize keys. Yeah, this game is scary as fuck. I used to play this at night too. It scared the hell out of myself. I'm actually just like getting chills listening to the menu music. I think it's a really well done game. At least all my memories of it are good. We'll see if it still holds up. It's a little annoying. You gotta redo the key bindings every time, but hey. Okay. That ought to do it, and turn up the x-axis sensitivity. It takes a second. Pump it up to 2. I need to bind one more key for running. Forgot about running. You will need to run. pretty often. Because there's monsters and shit. I'd do this every Saturday. I'd play a forgotten game. I've already got a couple of really good ones lined up. There we go. That's locked. Very like Resident Evil style, which is cool.
Stranger, where did you come from?
Same place as you.
That's impossible. I was just in the hall and... Never mind. Would you like to do the honors, stranger?
What do you think?
Then allow me. The world is a dark place.
Who will protect the world from darkness?
We will.
After you.
After you. They really should close that door before they, open the secret passage. This is like the fish and wildlife heroes are covered.
Security here is a joke. Hasn't changed since Roosevelt founded Spook House in 1902. Been using the same password for decades. We're becoming predictable. Predictable is dangerous.
You are displaying a decided paranoia. No one even knows about this place.
Whoever it is, they won't have a hard time getting in here. And you won't be so confident when you're dead within the year.
What? Stranger, do you really have to be so morbid all the time? Just once might we hold a normal conversation?
I'll meet you in the Colonel's office. I want to talk with Svetlana. She should be in the training room with Rigson.
Take a look at some stuff. There's like a big photo here. If it ever loads. There we go. I guess this is the dev team. This game is made by like 12 guys, 13, 14 guys.
Justine, up all night again? Unfortunately, yes. Why didn't you call me? I could have helped. I was at the house all night.
I know, but I knew you must have been asleep. And since you usually don't wake me when you have to pull an all-nighter, I thought I could return the favor for once.
With as much time as we spend in this lab, Spook House should furnish us with a bed.
That would be nice. These dissecting tables are seriously lacking in comfort. I hear you're going out in the field. Be careful.
Don't worry. Just feed Dr. Faustus while I'm gone.
Will do. The Colonel's waiting for you. You'd better go.
So this is like a secret government organization that they're kind of like Men in Black, but like with demons and monsters and stuff.
I'll pack my things after the briefing.
Noted. All right, my one viewer, are you ready to dive into the world of Blair Witch?
Yes, a holiday. Please have a seat.
Colonel, your message sounded urgent.
Where is the stranger?
Speaking with Svetlana. He'll be in shortly.
All right, let's bring you up to speed then. We've received news of some rather violent murders in Maryland. An old hermit named Rustin Parr walked into Burkittsville and announced that he was finally finished. When authorities searched his house, they discovered the bodies of 7 children in the cellar, all of them horribly mutilated. Quite gruesome, really.
Mutilated?
Ritualistically tortured before being killed. He'd carved symbols of some kind into their bodies. He disemboweled each of them. The entrails were never found.
Gross.
Colonel,
the FBI sent agents to assist the local sheriff. Their reports lead us to believe there's more at work in that little town than the actions of one insane old man. Pa told police that he killed for an old woman ghost that lives in the woods. Well, that began the local recirculation of legends about the Blair Witch.
You can tell by that fedora he's an atheist, so he doesn't believe this bullshit. It's like, this is bullshit, I'm fucking
I
leaving.
suppose I should have expected that reaction.
Yes, he doesn't like being sent anywhere he can't shoot something.
Nevertheless, I want you to go to Burkittsville and investigate. Call in stranger if you need help. If anyone asks, tell them that your niece has been missing for several months and that you think this Pa character might have had something to do with it. And do avoid confrontation. These people have been living a nightmare. Frightening them any further simply will not do.
I'll keep that in mind, Colonel.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, the Rustin Parr murders, case number 433. Born in 1903, Frederick, Maryland County. Did not complete school beyond 6th grade. Parents deceased. His mother's sister and her husband, his uncle, a carpenter, taught Rustin's trade. Personality, Parr was always liked to be by himself. Citizens of Burkittsville were unsurprised when Rustin built a house in the hills far from town in 1927. Rustin continued to work at his uncle's shop for a few more years, but gradually began to come to town less frequently. After his aunt died and his uncle moved to Baltimore, there was no reason to go back into town at all anymore. Except to pick up supplies about twice a year. The murders. Rustin claims that a few years ago he started seeing a figure in the woods sometimes. He would call out to it, but it would disappear. The figure, a woman, never showed her face to him. She wore a long hooded cloak. Every time he would run after her, she would vanish. That winter, Rustin began hearing a voice. At first it occurred only at night, and he thought the voice was only a dream. When he started hearing that voice during the waking hours, he began to fear. The voice was an old woman and said things in many strange languages. Sometimes she would repeat words over and over. Rustin never saw the woman in the woods again, but the voice lived in his head for quite a while. After almost a year, Rustin lost most of his senses. The voice told him to do things. He found himself doing them. At first, the commands were meaningless, things like sleeping in the cellar for a week at a time. Then, in November 1940, she told him to go to Burkittsville and get the first child he saw. He found himself unable or unwilling to resist. He followed the voice's directions completely, even when it instructed him to take more children from the town and kill them. Rustin murdered 7 children, sparing one, Kyle Brody, a boy who was made to stand in the corner while he performed the awful acts in his house. After killing the 7th child, Rustin woke and found the cloaked figure in his room. He couldn't see clearly in the dark, but knew who it was. She spoke to him in the same voice. She told him that he was finished and commanded him to go to town the next day and tell everyone what he had done. She said he would leave him alone if he did this, then the figure disappeared. Rustin released Kyle and walked slowly into town. He went to the general store in the middle of the town and said, "I'm finally finished." The police followed him up to his house. Okay, found Kyle. The police found the bodies, separate graves in the cellar of the house. The voice did stop. He believed that she was an old ghost of some kind. Victims. That's it. Alright, shit's about to get real spooky. Cool ass dojo. Everything is locked in here. Alright, gonna get strapped.
Good thing. Definitely a debt you don't need.
I was thinking same thing.
Why do all vampires dress like that?
Where's Justine? Away. She said sorry she could not stay and be careful on your mission. I see you are traveling light, as usual. Yes, well, we mortals have to depend on our equipment. Right, stranger? Speaking of which, damn it, stranger, you've been going through my things again. Now, how many times do I have to tell you hands off? Svetlana, I'm going to need my spectral proximity sensor. Are you finished with it? Yeah, I was actually returning it.
Thank you. I'm just gonna walk in circles. I gotta get my steps.
Expecting ghosts in the woods?
You never know what's out there.
I know what's not out there.
You see,
very skeptical.
Svetlana, since Stranger has never found evidence to substantiate any of the Black Hills legends, Blair Witch or otherwise, the case is closed, as far as he's concerned.
If something's not there, it's not there. You can look all you want.
You never had the SPS before, so you could have been surrounded by ghosts the entire time and never known it. I'll find out for sure.
What are you packing?
Ugh, it's the Enhanced Charged Radiance Emitter.
A glorified flashlight at best.
It seems you found it useful in Germany.
So the Blair Witch is a vampire.
Well, that's not likely, but either way, I'll be prepared. Besides, I've made some enhancements. The charge time is decreased, and it operates on a far wider spectrum. I'm hoping it also affects ghosts and specters.
Taking anything that shoots real bullets?
My Luger and a Delisle carbine.
Good choices. Quiet. Colonel's advice, huh? Ah, yes. Mustn't forget your trusty recorder.
Oh, it's more than a recorder. It can also manipulate audio signals. With it, I can hear sounds that are normally undetectable.
And the fancy camera you modified.
Photographic records are essential to my research. Well, I guess that's about everything. Good luck, Doctor. Not going to wish me luck?
If you still need luck with all that gear, you're really in trouble. Oh, and be sure and call me if you run into any actual monsters.
Give me that big ass bag, alright. Peace, bitches. I'm going to Maryland. Phew, whip. So, we're off to Maryland. Hello, my one viewer. We're playing a game from 1999. Blair Witch Volume 1. De facto sequel to Nocturne. Day 1. Okay, day 1 of the investigation. We're investigating the Blair Witch. Alright. Burkittsville, Maryland. What a shithole.
Welcome to Burkittsville, ma'am.
I'm just gonna walk around your lobby for a second, if that's okay.
I'd like a room, please.
Certainly. Will your husband be joining you?
I'm not married.
I see. So you're traveling alone then?
I am. Is there a problem?
Oh, certainly not, ma'am. No problem at all. We just don't get many visitors through here, that's all. Except for the reporters, of course. The last of them finally cleared out this morning. Good riddance, I say.
So, what did happen then, exactly?
God only knows what the papers outside of town are saying. I'm sure they're having a field day with it. Not that the story isn't terrific enough as it is. Our local paper, the Register, will give you the best account. You should see about picking up a copy. Here's your key. I've put you in room 4. How long do you think you'll be staying with us?
A few days, I imagine.
Just gonna walk in circles for a minute. Okay, yeah, got my bag. Alright. He's like, why are you walking in circles? Alright. Yeah, that's not a creepy fucking painting.
Field notes of Dr. Elspeth Holliday, Burkittsville, Maryland, July 21st, 1941. I've only been here half an hour, and already the small-town attitude is getting on my nerves. The manager at Burkittsville's only inn just stood there waiting for my husband to show up. Guess he's never seen a woman traveling alone. I'll see the sheriff next, play up my cover story, and maybe aim for a little pity. The helpless woman routine should go over easily in this town.
Okay.
I can't carry all my gear in town. I'll get it before I go into the woods.
Alright. interact with anything in here? I have no idea. There's actually quite a few radio channels.
Maybe I won't turn in just yet.
Alright, at least there's a crucifix above the bed, so we've got power of God. Alright, so okay, yeah. So let's pop in and see the sheriff, right? The town hall.
Closed. I'll have to come back tomorrow. I suppose I should head over to the diner, get something to eat. Maybe I can pick up some local gossip.
Okay, let's check it out. There's a church. Gretchen's Diner.
This must be where pies go when they die.
That's a reference to Twin Peaks.
Hi, honey. My name's Gretchen. What can I get for you today?
I'll just have the blue plate special, thank you.
I'm Peter Durant. Gretchen here owns this place, and she's the best darn cook in the county.
Oh, Peter, stop. You're new in town, aren't you?
No, I'm just visiting. My name's Elspeth Holliday. It's nice to meet you.
What brings you to Burkittsville? You're not another reporter, I hope.
Oh, no. My sister's daughter disappeared a few months ago in Martinsburg.
Oh, no, honey. That's just awful.
Terrible. You don't think Rustin Parr had anything to do with it, do you?
I certainly hope not, but it is possible. I'm in town to talk to the sheriff who investigated the case.
The sheriff's name is Damon Bowers. Town hall is down the street on the other side of the church.
Thank you. Mr. Durant, if you don't mind my asking, what is your occupation?
Not rude at all. I'm a librarian and head of the Burkittsville Historical Society.
An historian? Ah, any areas of expertise?
Well, just the history of Burkittsville. I guess you could call me an authority. I've been studying it all my life.
Ah, interesting.
Oh, it really is. We have quite a colorful history here. These recent events have brought to light one of our oldest legends, stories about the Blair Witch.
I've heard a few of the stories, but I don't really believe in that sort of thing.
I do. I witnessed it myself. When I was a kid, a girl I knew named Robin Weaver disappeared in the woods.
What happened to her?
She eventually made her way back to town.
And?
Oh, it wasn't what happened to her that scared me. Heck, it still scares me now. This might sound silly, but I'd rather not tell the story at night. If you are interested in our history, come by the library tomorrow. We have plenty of written documentation. And if you pry, I may tell you my account of the Robin Weaver story.
I might take you up on that offer. Now, you said this girl, Robin Weaver, came out all right? What happened while she was gone?
You should ask her. She still lives here. Careful, though. She's a little peculiar.
Gretchen.
It's true, Peter.
That may be, but, Miss Holliday, Robin Weaver's always been a bit eccentric, even when she was a child. She keeps to herself most of the time now and would probably prefer being left alone.
You know, you should stop by the newspaper office. The editor's name is Horace Gersten. He's been there a long time. He could tell you a lot of stories. It's pretty late now, but with the madness of the trial and all, he's been keeping some late hours. I bet he's still there.
Where is the newspaper office?
It's up the road a ways, right across the street from the library. Keep Horace in mind if you need any information that you can't get from Peter. As for Parr specifically, try talking to people who knew the victims. Anyone that knows Kyle Brody might help. Kyle's the boy that escaped from Rustin Parr. Word is he was forced to face the coroner and listen as Parr did horrible things to those children. Can you imagine? He hasn't spoken a single word since he got back. But his teacher at the school is close to all the children of Burkittsville. Maybe she can help you. Oh, honey, I've been talking your ear off. Your dinner's getting cold. You go on and eat now.
The guy at the end of the counter was like, I wanted to fucking talk about my pie some more. Who
I've
orders
just
an
met the town's
entire
librarian,
pie?
Peter Durant, who promises to have a lot of information about local legends and mythology. So I'll visit the library tomorrow. Burkittsville residents are no strangers to the Blair Witch legends. Interesting that no one seems to have any first-hand experience with a witch, but nearly everyone claims to know someone who has, or know someone who knows someone.
Alright, so it's a general store. Gonna walk in a circle.
Oh, snuck up on me, huh? What can I do you for?
Sorry, I didn't mean to surprise you. My name is Elspeth Holliday. Gretchen, at the diner, told me I should speak to a Horace Gersten.
Yep, that's me. You a reporter? If so, you've already met the best source of news in town. That Gretchen's faster than the AP wire. You're too late for the big story, though.
So I've heard. But I'm not a reporter, and that's not why I'm here. Well, not directly, anyway.
I see. Well, this sounds interesting.
My 8-year-old niece has been missing for months. I'm trying to find some information about Rustin Parr.
Well, you came to the right place. I can give you the morning edition. It'll bring you up to date.
Oh, that would be wonderful. You seem awfully busy. You've broken the big story, haven't you?
Oh, already wrapped that. I'm on to a bigger one. This town ain't seen nothing yet.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Parr?
Well, I could, but well, you'd probably better talk to the sheriff first. Have you met Junior?
I checked there, but he's already left.
Yeah, it is getting pretty late. Since Parr came down from the woods, I've been burning both ends to try and stay on top of things. Probably time to close up shop here, too. I'd try to catch the sheriff first thing in the morning.
Alright. Very windy in here. Her jacket is kind of flying around all over the place. Okay. Well, I guess we'll turn in. Nothing bad could possibly happen here at night.
Ma'am, how was your first day in Burkittsville?
A long one. Tomorrow will be worse, I'm afraid. I'm planning on visiting Rustin Parr's place.
You realize it's a 4-hour walk, right? Do you even have a map?
No. Where can I get one?
Don't rightly know. The general store up the street, maybe? But, well, you just be careful, ma'am. Those woods are plenty dangerous.
Wild animals?
Animals? No, ma'am. Animals stay out of those woods. They know better. Sometimes animals have more sense than people.
So what should I be careful of?
I pray to God you don't find out. And just stay away from Tappy East Creek. That's where she lives.
Who?
About 100 years ago, she reached her pale white hand out of the water and pulled a little girl into the river. They never found the body. She's still down there in the water, waiting for another victim.
You're talking about the Blair Witch.
You don't ever want to say that. She hears you when you say her name. Stay away from that creek, ma'am. For the love of God, stay away from that forest altogether.
Okay.
Now, good night.
Yeah, good night. Yeah, that wasn't like creepy as shit. Alright. Well, it's a good thing I brought all these guns. Alright, this, yeah.
There's no phone in this room. Oh, how am I supposed to check in with Spook House? I'll have to talk to that innkeeper about it tomorrow.
Alright, just go to sleep with my clothes on. Alright. bitch, I will blow your head off. Who the fuck is in my bathroom?
I can track it with my spectral proximity sensor.
Let's see what we got. Oh, there it goes. I just want to talk. It's close.
Hello? Anybody here?
Axe, I might need that.
Oh, this might come in handy. There's a note on the door. On vacation back next Monday.
Okay.
Is that the sheriff? What's he about then?
Let's go chat him up.
Excuse me, are you a Damite?
What the fuck?
What the hell is going on here? I've never heard of Damites this far north.
Well, he's dead, so... That ghost.
Can't waste any time. I've got to track that thing. I'm not ready to go into the forest just yet.
Especially not at night when it's raining. Let's go this way. Oh yeah, go ahead. Gretchen, no.
This must be where pies go when they die. Come on.
Fuck. Is he dead? Okay. Okay, he's dead now. What the fuck? Man. Killed everybody in here. Jesus. Oh.
There's nothing of interest in that direction.
How do you know?
I can't waste any time. I've got to track that thing.
Let's go look.
I can't waste any time. I've got to track that thing.
Okay, well, we're in the church. Something down here?
Wrong way.
How do you know? Yeah, let's try that. Doors locked. Oh shit.
I shouldn't stray far from town.
Is that something on the ground? What's that?
Hello? Anybody here?
I suppose that means no. Kill him.
I can't waste any time. I've got to track that thing.
Is this it?
I can't waste any time. I've got to track that thing.
This door, this is it. I'm sure this door. Oh, what? Wow. Okay. His legs were still alive for a minute there. You sure you're dead? I must have shot almost everybody in this town.
I can't waste any time. I've got to track that thing.
Check this inventory again. I have a second. I see somebody here. Yep. This would be a great time for God to show up and help. Come on, Jesus. Help me out here. Come on, Lord.
It's locked.
Get your ass back here.
What do you want from me?
We are your dad.
Shit, they're all normal now. Uh-oh.
What happened? What have I done? I've killed all of them.
Stand here. It's possessed by the ghost. Ghost will blow everything off. The end. That was a fucked up dream. Day 2. Still hold, I mean, for the limitations that it was well designed at the time. I mean, this was 23 years ago.
I just had the most disturbing dream. The
Fuck,
people
I'm
of
old.
Burkittsville turned into horrible creatures. I killed all of them, but then they transformed back into humans. I had no choice. I lost control of myself. I killed those people. I remember seeing the stranger. He was standing above me, looking down. God, I was dead. I was shot through the head. But the gun was in my hand. I wonder what it all means. This town must be really getting to me. I wish I'd just fled from the monsters, ran into the forest or something so I wouldn't have been forced to kill them. I can't carry all my gear in town. I'll get it before I go into the woods.
Right. Alright, we gotta go see the sheriff. Well, let me, yeah, this is the newspaper story. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I gotta ask about the phone. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm right here.
Miss Holliday,
Hello.
I hate to pry, but what brings you to the town of Burkittsville anyway?
Actually, I'm here on rather grim business. I have a sister who lives in Martinsburg. A few months ago, her daughter disappeared.
Oh, my. That's just awful, ma'am. You don't think Rustin and Pa?
After 3 months, we're desperate to find any clue. So, what do you know about Pa?
Not much. Pa was a hermit. He only came into town when he had to. No one really knew old Rustin. Enjoying your stay so far?
Well, I might fare better if I had a telephone in my room.
Oh, well, you see, this is a small town. We only got 2 phones. One's in the sheriff's office. The other's at the school in case of emergencies. We got a couple of telegraph machines, though. I got one right here.
That will do. Can you send a wire now?
Suppose so. Where to?
This address, please.
Ready.
Have some leads. Stop. Tell S to stay home. Stop. Love, Elspeth. Stop.
All done.
Thank you.
Still planning on going into that forest?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Your funeral? Still planning on going into that forest?
Yes, I am.
Your funeral?
It's a vote of confidence, man. Okay, next we gotta go see the sheriff. Let's steal this fire
I'd better
axe.
not tamper with this.
Okay.
There's a note on the door. On vacation back next Monday.
I don't know how I would have been able to know
Hold it.
exactly
Stop
what
right
that
there.
says.
Are you Sheriff Bowers?
I know why you're here. Martinsburg's out of my jurisdiction. Check with the sheriff there.
We've done that, thank you. But there's been no sign of Jenny since she vanished. We are completely out of leads, and my sister's getting desperate. So I decided to come here and see...
And you think Rustin Parr took your niece. Listen, lady, 8 children disappeared from this town. One of them is back home right now, staring at the corner of his room. The other 7 we dug out of shallow graves in Parr's basement. We searched every corner of that house. There was nothing else there. Be on your way.
Very helpful guy.
Sheriff had a point, you know. All 7 kids we found in Parr's basement were local kids.
I'd like to see his
I've
house.
seen the Blair Witch
The
movie
Parr
in, like,
place?
20 years.
Yeah. Well, you see, the day they sentenced Parr, a lot of folks, well, they got all worked up and went out to his house, burned it to the ground.
They destroyed the house?
Now, these people have been through hell this year. Now, I'm not excusing what they did, but tempers were running hot. Some of these people lost their children. And it's not like there was anything left out there anyway. We went over the entire place with a fine-tooth comb. We found everything we needed to put Parr away for good. This trial was quick.
Is there any way I could talk to the judge who presided? I've got some questions I'd like to ask.
Well, that trial must have worn him out because he just, up and left without telling anyone. I came in and that sign was on the door. It's not really like him, but he's earned a few days off. Sorry, ma'am. If there's anything else we can do to help.
Charlie, get in here.
How might I speak to Pa myself?
Hobart, that'll be enough of that. We got our hands plenty full around here without having the problems of other towns dumped in our laps. Now you go take your troubles to Sheriff Bram in Martinsburg. You leave me and my officers alone. You got it? The Parr case is closed.
Have a look around. Everything is locked.
The sheriff has proven less than helpful. He's on edge and openly hostile to me. The deputy, on the other hand, might be willing to help. I should talk to him when the sheriff isn't around. That these people destroyed the crime scene is infuriating. There's no way that this backwater sheriff could have found the clues that I suspect littered that place. So much evidence lost.
Alright, we gotta get a map of the woods. Buy a broom. And some meat.
Hello.
Daniel Cole, what do you want?
I'm looking for my niece.
She's not here.
Thank you. I can see that. But she's been missing for months. We think she's been kidnapped. Now, perhaps Rustin Parr.
I told the police everything I know about Parr. He came in here and said, "I'm finally finished." Then the police found the missing kids at his place. End of story. Now, is there anything you'd like to buy? This is a store, after all.
I'd like to purchase a map of the forest.
Lady, I have maps of streets. They don't make maps of forests. I'm not running a tourist shop here. Anything else I can help you with? I'd appreciate it if you left now.
Oh, dick. It's not being very nice at all. Okay, let's hit the Historical Society. Get that. I want to hear his spooky story.
Ah, nice to see you again, Miss Holliday. Still interested in learning about our local legends?
Absolutely.
This book will reveal many things to you. As a single source, it doesn't constitute proof, but I have other volumes that verify its claims.
Well, books can only explain so much, but thank you. I'm sure I'll find it fascinating.
Alright, I'm gonna sit down and do some reading. It's a good amount of research in this. How could they have a newspaper this big for a town of like 10 people?
Finally, I found someone in this little town that doesn't get on my nerves. The town librarian, Peter Durant, is well educated and quite helpful. He also seems to be the sole link to the real history of Burkittsville. I tried to instill some doubt in him, but he's rock solid in his beliefs. He gave me a book entitled Frederick County Tales of the Supernatural. Mostly superstitions and local folklore. The few entries that mention the Blair Witch don't offer anything beyond what Spookhouse has already gathered.
Okay. Guilty. Mm-hmm. Okay. Schellengeist or Snallygaster? One of the search parties did not return. They didn't mention that. Missing search party atop Confront bound hand to foot in ritualistic formations. Their insides pulled out. Corpses were gone. Okay. Okay, investigate the town. Supernatural activity. Maybe he's got a map.
Is this everything that's been written concerning the Blair Witch?
Believe any of it now?
Interesting, but hardly conclusive. I was wondering if you might have a map of the forest.
You should see about getting a map from the sheriff's office. They made one when they went out there to investigate Parr's house.
By the way, the Robin Weaver incident was mentioned in the book you loaned me. Since you were actually there, do you remember anything they might have missed?
Well, there was one man that stands out in my mind. He came in right in the middle of everything. He had a massive wound on his head and claimed he had no memory. Robin Weaver's grandmother called him some biblical name. What was it? Oh, yes, Lazarus, like the man that was raised from the dead. I talked to him briefly, skeptical of his intentions, but I doubt he had anything to do with Robin's disappearance. He was pretty keen on finding her.
What happened to him?
I'm not sure. Just sort of disappeared. Maybe the witch got him. Yep, Burkittsville has a strange history. Amazing stuff. Yep, Burkittsville has a strange history.
Strange.
Amazing stuff.
Okay. Noted. Alright, I think I'm gonna make it a quick stream. I'm getting pretty tired. Alright. So yeah, that'll do it. We'll catch you guys next week. We'll be back with a little bit more. Yeah, so take care, everybody. I mean, nobody watched this stream, but, if you're watching this after the fact,